What up, everyone? This is Jack Slater, the comic outlaw. That yellow lantern of fear here to kick a little logic into your ear. Yeah. And on my show today, we're going to be talking about Cobra Kai. Now, I've had a little time to view this show, traveling from here to there on the slice of heaven, and I found it very interesting. Now, in case you guys aren't familiar with this, you got your head in the sand or something like that, this show is based on a series of movies that came out, the Karate Kid movies. And no, I'm not talking about those crappy reboot. This should have been called the Kung Fu Kid. Although Jackie Chan does a pretty solid job in it, nepotism the whole way through. Ugh. Will Smith. But that's another story. That's another tangent. I have to say I love the show. It starts off with Johnny Lawrence, the guy that's kicked in the face, the quote-unquote bully in part one, about 34 years after the tournament. So he's kind of a drunk, down and out, living in the poor side of town. And it's interesting because as I got older and I watched the Karate Kid movies, I always thought Daniel was a bit of a douchebag. I never thought of him as a straight baby face. He always had that jerk mentality. I mean, even the women that he was with didn't stay with him for long. I mean, sure, he hooked up with them, but where were they? They all flew away. But he ends up a married man and a used car salesman, which I think is perfect for Daniel's personality. And it's about Johnny's kind of redemption, sort of. He meets this geeky kid named Miguel, who gets beaten up. Sound familiar? He sort of saves him and starts teaching him karate, the Cobra Kai way. And it's interesting because Cobra Kai is very different from the Miyagi-Do karate. And I love the contrast. And then he starts teaching geeks and nerds, and their transformation into Cobra Kai is fascinating. It's very good. There's a few things that I did not like about the show, like the add-in of his Lawrence's son Robbie. Don't get me wrong, the kid actor's okay, but just the way he was kind of forced in. And I'm not going to spoil too much for you. Just kind of the way him and LaRusso find each other is very predictable. But other than that, it's a wonderful show. Surprise ending. Last episode caught me for a loop, and not too many things catch me anymore. I was like, yes, I'm pumped for season 2. I do love the addition of his daughter Sam. She's a Karate Kid, Daniel's daughter. And kind of like his son Anthony is like a lazy, fat, stupid. He's another one of those characters that just drags down the whole show. I mean, every time he's on the screen, you just want to throw the little Cheeto munching fool in the pool. Ugh, kid's so frustrating. But there's a point to that. LaRusso is not all good, and Johnny Lawrence is not all that bad. It's very interesting that you have that contrast between the two. And this show, unlike a lot of the other like reboots or restart, it explores the dynamics of the characters. Like, it explores that Daniel is a douchebag, that his wife holds him down, and you could tell. And there was a beautiful episode, I think it was 5, Counterbalance, where they gave Mr. Miyagi a wonderful tribute. A wonderful tribute. And I thought that was very good of the writers to do. They handled that very well, and I really respect them for that. And I really think that they did a good job in finding the heart of this show. And I'm really looking forward to season 2. Like I said, there's a lot of karate in it, of course. The karate tournament at the end is actually pretty good. A lot of good fight scenes. This show has a little something for everyone. It has the millennial touch with the kids. It has the old school 80s touch. It has a little bit of good guy, bad guy, good guy. Because you can see in the show, sometimes the good guy will do something bad for the right reasons, while the bad guy is trying to do something good for all the wrong reasons. It's worth a watch. I mean, if you haven't seen the Karate Kid movies, you could at least watch like part one and kind of get set into it right away. But the show does a really good job in covering all its bases without getting too preachy, without sticking the movie in your face. The scenes they do show, the recaps, it's enough to bring the viewer up to speed if you hadn't seen the movie or the movies. I highly recommend Cobra Kai. Can't wait for season 2. So, Cobra Kai, do or die. And this snake has to slither. Yep, this is your boy Jack Slater, coming to you from the slice of life. And you know my motto: every snake must slither. But you know us Cobras, we always high, we always rolling quivers. And if you don't know what that means, Google it. This is your boy Jack Slater, Comic Outlaw, signing off.